Where is it? Oh yes, that'll be network and network options and so on. Okay, you see where it went to there anyway, and we're going to right click this here. Okay, and that is a change adapter settings. We click on that and we go to status, right click on the internet and go to status, and I want you to deselect all of these, deselect them all except the TCP IPv4. Don't deselect that, deselect everything else. Okay, you still have internet connection, but this is really going to protect you. This is for the use of Tor. You need it. Okay, so that's that. Okay, and going to go into Windows Tools. Now here's a bit complicated, so we need to watch the screen carefully. You're going to disable a few things here, a few Windows services which are generally dangerous. They get you caught. So if you've been on Tor, this here phone, so Microsoft, all these services, not them all, but most of them will phone home to Microsoft. You're going to have a big problem. I won't explain what that problem is, and I don't want you to experience it, so you're going to have to go into this here. Okay, and this component service, I want you to start right clicking, go into the properties and go to disable some of these options that I am disabling here. So follow me along as much as you can. Okay, I know I'm doing it a bit quick and I speeded up the video a bit. It's because it's boring, but slow down the video if you need to do that. Okay, so I'll just continue on here with this. I just want to say a thing here about disabling these Windows services is that be careful what you're going to disable. Okay, be very careful what you're going to disable, because Windows may not even start if you disable the wrong options, and if it doesn't start, you're going to have to go back over the steps reinstalling Windows inside the VirtualBox. Okay, making it work, okay, inside the virtual machine, should I say. The VirtualBox, the virtual machine is Windows, the VirtualBox is the software that would run the virtual machine. The virtual machine is Windows. So you don't want to make any mistakes with this. Okay, so it's just let you know that. Okay, so when you are finished here with this, doing all of these, the same ones that I done, okay, in Windows 11, okay, when you're finished doing all of these, you want to restart the PC. Just make sure that it all starts back up again, because that's a very dangerous service that you're messing with. Okay, so Windows says now just start it back up, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna open Tor browser. Okay, I'm gonna have to configure a bridge, so we'll go up here to the three bars, the settings, in other words, go into settings and go to connection. What do we do here? There are old bridges there, so I'm going to turn them off in case, because it will use them. It will use them bridges. So what we're going to do, we're going to select the select input bridge, built-in bridge, and so on. And I select one there called Snowflake, and that's the one I selected. Just wait for this to connect. If your ISP is watching you or something is going on and you can't get a connection to Tor, you need to select one of these bridges, but I select one just in case. Okay, just to be safe. And here we go. Now we have access to Tor basically at this stage. This is where things get a bit tricky. You'll have to configure Tor. Okay, I'll leave all these commands below. Okay, below the video player. Go to about.config, go to accept the risk and continue. Okay, and I'll leave all these commands that you need to do. You have to do this. You've got to do this. You can't skip this step. You cannot just go onto Tor browser and thinking you're going to get away with watching what you can't do that. You're not going to be able to do that. You need to do this first. Okay, and you won't find this anywhere else on YouTube. or anywhere else really on the internet. This is very hard stuff to get. So I'm glad to be able to do this for you. So we're gonna set this here. Okay, this is the quest policy, question mark default policy, and we toggle that. The forward and back arrow is the tab button. Set that to false. Okay, set that to false. That's that. Okay, now we're going to replace that, and we're going to copy this line here. Okay, copy this line, and make sure you copy all of it except the quotes. Don't put in the quote marks, and paste. Okay, and I have to check down here. Is this false? Oh, we're going to go to set. Okay, so we're going to go to false. Okay, and just leave it at false and go on to the next line. Okay, and then we go to app.update.auto. Okay, copy that and Control V to paste it. Control V, and we're going to go to false for this one here. So we toggle that button till it says false. Move on to the next one here, app.update.enabled. We're going to falsify this as well. So we're going to press Control V, hit that plus button, and we go to false. Move on to the next one. Okay, and so on. Okay, now I know it's tricky, but you'll have to do this for every time you're using Tor browser, and it's best off using Tor browser through a virtual machine. And if you're using a virtual machine, you'll always have to do this. Always. Okay, you can't let this slide at all. You just can't let it go. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the next line here, copy that, Control V to paste. Okay, and go to false. Okay, falsify that, and this one here as well. Okay, GFX downloadable fonts WAF to enabled. Okay, and we'll paste that in there again. Once again, Control and V together, and we're going to falsify that. Okay, and so on. Okay, and so that is that there. Okay, now so I'm going to go into settings here for a moment. We're going to go into add-ons and themes. I want you to go into NoScript and go to options. I want you to go to trusted. Okay, default is everything. Now I should have deselected all of those in NoScript. Even in default I should have deselected all of them, uncheck everything. Even fetched, I leave fetched there for some reason. I don't know why I did that, but I'm not doing anything really on Tor browser, but it's just for your own use. Deselect all those boxes, even in untrusted. Deselect every one of them. The next thing is to go to request policy. Okay, it's called Requestblock. Okay, that's the sort of new name for it. All right, it was called request policy. Okay, so continue with the installation of Requestblock. Go to add into the Tor browser because you're using Tor browser. As you probably know by now, it is old FireFox code. So go into here and we'll go to manage or options. Go to options and make sure whitelist is blank. Okay, make sure there's absolutely nothing in there. Nothing in there. Okay. Permissions, that's okay, that's alright. Okay, everything looks alright there, that's good. We can possibly close this window. Okay, and that's request policy, but it's actually called Requestblock now. Okay, and that's that. Okay, so now you are well protected. Okay, you can do a lot of the things that you want to do to protect yourself. Okay, so I'm just going to finish up now at this time. Okay, so if you followed all of the steps, you'll find that you will be quite safe for all these settings enabled and disabled, and all the disabling you've done. It takes a while. It's going to take maybe a couple of hours to do everything. It's well worth it. All right, and you won't get this information anywhere else. I guarantee you won't find this information anywhere else. Even if you're taking a hacking course and you paid for a hacking course, they're not going to teach you how to do this. No one is really, the only way you know how to do this is by working for the authorities. They're the only people who know this information. Don't ask me how I got it. I have it and I'm passing it to you. Use it to your advantage, pass it to other people, let people know, okay, and so on. Now I'm going to leave a link down below this YouTube player, and you'll find that there is a link to a Proton drive box. It's a bit like Dropbox and all that. It's a cloud storage system, and I'll put on Windows 11 X Lite there, okay, and it's already pre-activated, so you don't need to enter a serial register with Microsoft. They just do it automatically. But remember to disable everything that you're seeing in the video. Disable it, okay. Thanks for watching. Okay, thanks.